Hi. How you doing? How you be? Top to the AB and gaming and tech news. New survival game in Unreal Google I/O 2023 and the Lord of the Rings Heroes of Something, and I have COVID right after this. Hi, I'm Anthony, and if you are new here, consider subscribing. We actually troubleshoot and help people with their technical issues and PC gaming issues, and subscribing will help us grow the channel and help more people. Thanks. Forum, how you doing? How you be? Top to the AB. I am not great, okay? As long as nobody yells, I think I'll be okay. Hopefully I won't be zoomed in on my nose too much because I am torn up. Apparently every time I go to Disney, I always come back sick. I don't know what it is, but I guess it's just people. And I didn't even go to Disney. I went to Disney Springs, which is like the mall. And yeah, that did not go very well. So I was straight yesterday. Or Monday, whichever day was Monday. And then that following day, man, it was over. I think that following day is actually today. But but without further ado, man, let's start doing things. Yeah, okay. I think I'm ready. So first things up is a new survival game in Unreal Engine 5 coming out in 2023. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do that because that thing is really long. I don't think this is what I was looking for. Oh, yeah, this is what I was looking for. Bro, that made my whole screen go black. That was crazy. Okay. I was like, what's going on here? Okay, let's try this again.
Watch those corners. Roger.
Okay, free content update for Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I don't like it when they do that. It continues to play. I need to turn that off. But anyway, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 official season 3 reloaded. Albaran Hatchery map. So basically a new map for Call of Duty. It looks interesting. It looks like there's a couple maps that look very similar to that, but I can't remember the name of it because I have a headache. So but that still looks pretty good. I would actually try that map out so we can actually have some extra video content instead of what we normally have. Alrighty, and in the tech world, Google I/O 2023 biggest AI and pixel announcements today. So basically, Google I/O 2023 keynote happened live today. We're just going to go over the smaller details. We're not going to get too far into it because it gets kind of boring. The Google tablet, okay, so Pixel tablet pre-order and price announced. The Google tablet will feature a 10.95-inch LCD display with 2560 by 1600 resolution, which will be powered by a Tensor G2 with 8 gigs of RAM and either 128 to 256 gigs of storage. If anybody doesn't know what that means, it's aight. The Pixel tablet also includes a charging speaker dock that allows you to charge your device while using it as a smart display. The tablet comes in 3 different colors and is available for pre-order right now for $499. Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know exactly what a Tensor G2 is, like exactly how strong that processor is, but I mean, you know, it's a Pixel tablet. Pixel 7a officially announced. Let's see here. Google's announcement, its budget phone, the Pixel 7 series with upgrades to the camera and powered by the Tensor G2 chips. The Pixel 7a is available right now from the Google Store for $499. So, you know, still very affordable as far as cell phones go. See, in fact, most cell phones is like taking out a mortgage on your house. But do it. AI Google updates. I don't want to read that because it looks boring. Magic Editor for Google Photos. Nah, it's not anything good. WhatsApp is coming to Wear OS. This summer, WhatsApp will be coming to Wear OS devices. This will allow users with a Pixel Watch or other compatible devices to view and respond to WhatsApp messages from their wrist, which is actually really good. If anybody doesn't know, WhatsApp is really hard to get on anything else. Like outside of mobile devices, it's really hard to get WhatsApp like on computers and stuff. It's a huge pain in the butt. So the fact that it's actually going to be on your watch is actually pretty sweet. So congrats to them. Also some Google Maps updates and some AI updates, but I'm not about to get into all that. Last up, Lord of the Rings Heroes of Middle-earth official launch trailer. Official launch trailer. Wow, Anthony.
A new ring. How did it come to you? Why did it choose you?
Precious.
Power to bridge time itself. The power to challenge terrible evil. You have the strength to command heroes. the will to resist corruption, shape the course of Middle-earth before it's too late. But when your enemy surrounds you, will you bow to temptation? Will you stumble into darkness? Or will you fight? Against this enemy, there is only one choice. Submit or rise. One last star before endless night. One last hope for Middle-earth.
What? Wow, that is the worst ad placement ever. Oh, it was over. Okay, just making sure. I don't know. Lord of the Rings was like 15 years ago, so I'm just still trying to figure out exactly what's going on. I know Sauron and Lord of the Rings. I don't know. I just think it's almost okay. At some point, you kind of get, it's like, okay, Lord of the Rings. I never thought of Lord of the Rings to be as popular as like Harry Potter, right? There is no Lord of the Rings ride that is just like the best ride. Like there's no Escape from Gringotts or something. so for me, it's hard for me to keep track of everything that's happening in Middle Earth because nothing's happened in Middle Earth, you know, outside of what was The Hobbit. And oh yeah, Smeagol is getting his own video game coming here pretty soon. But yeah, outside of that, man, I just, not a whole lot is happening with Middle Earth, so it's hard to keep track of everything that be going on. But yeah, they have a trailer. Lord of the Rings, Heroes of Middle Earth. That is a thing. Alrighty, let's get to helping people. Let's see how many I can do. I don't know how many I'm gonna do currently. I'm just gonna go for the best and see what happens. Username, my man. Oh, that's right. That's from yesterday, I think. Why is that from yesterday? That's kind of weird. Okay, sorry about that. I was looking at this and I saw username and I was like, hey, but username was from yesterday. Okay, cool. Never mind. Let's go ahead and start with this Windows one and let's switch to this. What we'll do for game, let's see. We'll do, let's do Jedi Survivor and Jedi Survivor on the other one. I'm actually recording in portrait mode as well. So it does a few things for us. One, it makes it a little easier for me to make video content because now I actually have a portrait recording as well as a landscape recording. You guys are seeing the landscape recording, but on TikTok and everything like that, it'll be the portrait recording. So hopefully this will be a little bit easier for me. I'm kind of getting ready to do live streams on TikTok. So I need to learn how to get this double recording thing going, but it's coming out pretty well. So first person up, I can't even pronounce it because he has no vowels. It is, okay, well, he has one vowel, but, oh, actually, I do know what that is. I am not saying that. Okay, we'll just say WH. WH writes, Windows and A key spam the tab key when I press them. Okay, so Windows and A key spam the tab key, but the tab key is not really near the A or the Windows key, but for them to spam it means that something is wrong with his secretary. I press the Windows key or the A key and things just start highlighting and scrolling. This doesn't happen always, but frequently. Sometimes the A key, it just acts like a single tab. I've tried restarting my PC, uninstalling the keyboard, changing drivers, but nothing is changing. If I smack the key a few times, it works correctly, but for a few presses, Bluetooth is also off. Okay, is it a Bluetooth keyboard? Is it hardwired? Of keyboard, is it Bluetooth or hardwired? If it's hardwired, I really did not like him because he had all of his moves just did so much damage, and I thought that my issue was health, but it really wasn't health. It's just that you have to dodge every move he has. It's kind of Dark Soulish, and then that long swipe is really annoying. If it's hardwired, try a different USB port. Try a different port on your PC and see if that makes a difference. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll just leave it at that because we really got to know, like, what kind of keyboard is he talking about? Is it a Bluetooth keyboard? Because if it's a Bluetooth keyboard, it may just be Bluetooth connectivity we're talking about here. So, you know, it really, a lot of that depends on exactly what kind of keyboard we're talking about, and that will dictate exactly what we do for troubleshooting. But, you know, we'll leave it alone and see exactly what happens there. I'm actually doing pretty good this round and not getting destroyed. Okay, this is from Quirky Chapter. Quirky Chapter writes, Play Store download problem. I think we already fixed him. Okay. Oh, okay, I see. I said, well, yeah, if you're going to settings, then go down to your applications. It's still there. Also try to reboot your phone to see if it makes a difference. It's not in settings, and rebooting doesn't change anything, sadly. Okay, but you set the issue as solved. Did something happen in the interim? Sorry for the late post, was out of town. I went to sleep, and when I woke up, I checked again, and I suddenly could download it. Sometimes phones are just weird. Okay, so that's not anything. I would even call that an assist trophy. That's just that's just some weird stuff happening. I'm just gonna let that go. You know what? No, I'm gonna be petty. We're gonna call that an assist trophy. Thank you, Luca, for the assist. I do appreciate it. But yeah, that's nothing serious. I'm not gonna call it anything serious. It just kind of is what it is. But we'll go ahead and go to the next one. Ooh, so this is smaller Asus RTX 4090 cards announced. That would be freaking awesome. Who announced it? So ROG Pulse. Yo, that looks like a 2.5 slot. It looks like the 7900 XTX, to be honest with you. That looks okay. Y'all can't even see it. I'm sorry. It looks like that. So the 7900 XTX looks very similar to this. If you look here, it's more than a 2 slot. It's about a 2.5 slot, but it's still better than what it's currently at. The 3.5, 4 slot that you need a whole like crew in order to keep it like upright without it sagging on the PCIe bracket. But this right here, this is nice and sturdy. I wish they had something like that. That'd be freaking awesome. So let's see what they're saying about it. Okay, let me do that first, and then let me see what we say about it. It's just unbelievable how all cards are some random size. Don't they look at what's available in the card case board size? There are many ITX boards, 170 millimeters, micro ATX with 244 millimeters, and EATX with 330 millimeter width. Sapphire, let's make a RTX 6600 Pulse 193 millimeters. Yeah, it's like that, man. Those 330s, the 330s is probably the biggest and the most annoying. Like my Gigabyte is what, like a 335? It's just, it's so annoying and it's so huge, and it makes it very difficult to create builds that are portable, and because it needs so much work. But you know, I would be happy to see a 300 millimeter card or a 280, or if they can get even less than like a 200, like a 195, and you can put it in something like a oh my god, my mind is gone. Like a Dan case. Okay, well, to be fair, the Dan case A4SFX can actually fit up to 300 millimeters, but I was actually referring to the oh my god, what is it called? This this guy, Velka 3. Oh, that's what it is, Velka V3. So something like a Velka V3, this guy can only hold like 247 millimeters or something along those lines. So if it was something that can be that small, that would be pretty sweet. The strongest card that guy can hold is like a 3060 Ti, because the 3070 Ti version is no longer available. So it would be nice if you could have something that could fit that and be more powerful than a 3060 or 3070 Ti that you can actually use for a main computer and be able to take it with you and travel. Not saying that a 3060 Ti is a bad card, but I would rather have a 40 series card if I could choose so. But still pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and go to the next one here. There's nothing really to say on that guy. My controller is broken, it won't scroll, and then it says video can't be played. So so I guess we won't be able to help you. No, I'm joking. Oh no, it's a whole video. Okay, here, let me just go like that so we can all see. Yo. Okay, that's not weird at all. I have an Elite Series 2 controller that I've had for almost 2.5 years, and now I think it's completely broken. This video shows what is happening when I am simply moving the stick forward. I don't know what the issue is. This never happened when I played the Xbox, which was like a couple of weeks ago. Okay, well, I'll play. So what happens if you plug the controller in directly? Also, what happens if you plug the controller in directly? Also, is it on battery? Is it on battery? What happens if you replace them? Yeah. Try it wired and then try it with battery and see how that goes, and then kind of go from there, because I'm a little curious to see what would happen if it's on wired, if it still gives you the same problem. If it gives you the same problem wired, then yeah, it's probably game over. But yeah, it appears that the joystick is unable to read from the thumbstick properly, and because of that, it's thinking that you're pressing down when you're actually pressing up because your dead zone is broken. Like, it's been used too much. So yeah, I don't think that this guy is going to be able to recover, but yeah, drift. That's the word I'm looking for. Sorry. I promise I'm smarter when I'm not sick. Alrighty, but yeah, that's what I would say for this one too. Okay, why is it continuing to play? That's kind of weird. Alrighty, let's go ahead and go to the next one here. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second here. My nose is not having a good time. Okay, I'm back, and I think I'm alive. Okay, let's do this. All right, so Tom Geroid, we'll just go with Tom. Third PS4 controller won't connect to PC's Bluetooth when another PS4 controller can. I remember that this is a repeat from the day before yesterday. And I said, yeah, what happens when you connect the faulty controller directly into the PC with a cable? Does it work then with no problems? Also, be sure to update your Bluetooth drivers. He said he tried to update his Bluetooth drivers, still has a problem. Okay, well, this is what I would do to get your Bluetooth devices and delete all the PlayStation controllers in your devices list. Make sure there are none are there anymore. Then retry to scan. What I'm saying is that a lot of times whenever you're having issues trying to pair a controller to the computer, it's because the computer already has the controller paired. So go ahead and delete all of the controllers that you currently have on your computer and then try to repair it and see if it works. I've unfortunately tried successfully removing the controller from both the PS4 and PC's list of devices. Don't know if maybe there's an instance of it still connected on a phone after that though. Okay. And still can't connect. And still can't connect to phone, PC, or PS4 or 4? Yeah, PS4. If the answer is no, you can't connect, then it's probably game over for the controller. Yeah, if you try wired, we tried wired, right? Updated. It's probably game over for the controller, especially if wired does not work. Sorry, I can't see that. There we go. Especially if wired does not work. So yeah, he never really answered fully whether or not him plugging it, if he plugged it in wired. So we're gonna go ahead and put that in there, but it does look like it's almost game over here. If he's unable to get it to work after removing all the devices and it's still unable to be detected and be able to add it to the PC, phone, or PS4, then it's probably gonna be the controller's Bluetooth that's going out. But you could go ahead and try wired and see if it works. If that doesn't work either, then yeah, the controller's just gone. Group 1, we made it through one group. Didn't know if I had it in me, but apparently I do, so we'll just keep rolling. Alrighty, so group 2, should I be worried about these glitches? Okay, video is no longer available. Okay, he deleted his video. So I would try a different HDMI cable as well as setting the resolution to 1080p 60 frames per second. If you still see the issue, then it's safer to RMA as the problem could be with a faulty memory. I've already set the 1080p 60 frames per second, so I will try a different cable tomorrow and see if it goes, or try a different cable tomorrow and see how it goes. Thank you so much. Okay, he did not reply since, so I'm guessing he's good to go. No problem. Let's go ahead and let him know who we are and give him some information so he can contact us. If you have issues in the future, here is my info. I am better when I'm not sick, and let him know. But that is going to be a win. Yay, I got a win. Oh, I feel so awesome. Great. Okay, cool. Let's move on. Did I press the button? Okay, making sure. Got rid of the confetti. All right, so yeah, he's good to go. I mean, he deleted his video, so that means he's probably fine. Alrighty, so this is from Mad Fan Man. So my iPod, So my iPod broke and these show up now. iPod? Holy crap, people still have those? Okay, so my iPod Touch broke and the screen was replaced, but now these rectangles show up and the touch screen won't work on them. And the phone shell is also broken, so that might have something to do with it. Here's a link of a Google Docs with the image. I cannot find out how to add an image on this subreddit, and I'm good with Google Docs. Okay, I'm down. Okay, so when I click on the image, I get nothing, bro. Like, I don't know what you want me to say, bro. I don't get anything when I click on the image. Yeah, I don't get anything. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I don't know. You would have to show me the image. But it's an iPod, man. Like, do they still sell iPods? Is that even a thing anymore? Google iPod Touch still exist? That's a good question. The iPod Touch was Apple's last iPod before discontinuing. Okay, so it discontinued in May 2022. I was wondering if it was still around. Like, I don't remember ever seeing an iPod Touch in a long freaking time, because an iPod Touch is nothing more than an iPhone. I mean, it's the same thing. Just get an iPhone. Now you have an iPod Touch. So yeah, okay, cool. iPods are still around, kinda. But yeah, we can need a picture, bro. We don't know what you're talking about. But I mean, more than likely it's dead, just from the damage you've told me about it, just from reading from your post there. But you know, not a whole lot we can do here. That looks more physical than anything. Well, it sounds more physical than anything. It doesn't look like anything. Alrighty, 6.7 liter 4090 with a 13700K world's smallest case. Obviously, he has the reference card, you lucky bastard. Oh, well, that looks familiar. This looks like the Sentry. So the Sentry, for those of you unaware, it looks exactly like this. Sentry. Oh, y'all can't even see. I'm sorry. Let me put in an edge so y'all can see better. Sentry computer case. Yeah, this guy. Okay, that's not a good picture. Sentry. Yeah, this guy. So it looks like this guy because you see on the inside, that's exactly how the Sentry looks. This is like a Sentry, but it can fit a 4090, which is pretty sweet. A Sentry can't at all. This guy is way thicker, but it's really nice. I like it. What case is that? Close. You got cable sticking out, thinking enclosure. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna get that if we're talking about, yeah, you can see it right there. His cables are kind of sticking out. I mean, it's cool, but you know, not everybody gets a 4090 Founders. I mean, it's very hard to get one of those. Oh, that's why he has that little cap right there, because the cables stick out, because that 12 pin is very, very unmalleable. So it's very hard to bend that guy. So yeah, I get that. But I mean, still, you know, it's pretty cool. It's gonna be super long, so I'm not exactly sure what you would do with it, because it can pretty much fit in the server rack at that point. It's a very, very long case, because the even the 4090 reference is really long. But still, you know, congrats. Congrats. Give credit where credit is due. It's not bad. All right, let's go ahead and go to the next one here. Oh, I guess you guys can see it. Okay, I was worried that you couldn't see what I was looking at, but you can. Alrighty, so this is from Voltor. Make sure. Sorry, I got multiple chats in my face. So Voltor, performance lost after updating drivers. This is a repeat. I recently got a PC and quickly started downloading games, and they used to run fine, but one day I downloaded Forza 5 and I started having periodic lags, and I tried to look for a solution. I figured maybe updating the video card drivers would fix it, so I did, but not only did it not fix the problem, it seemed to make it worse. I rolled back the update, and now COD, what was normally running game, is extremely laggy and freezing. Okay, so what graphics card are you referring to? What kind of CPU do you have? Also, how much memory does your CPU have? Could you list the specs? Could you upload a picture of the Forza 5 performance? NVIDIA RTX 3050, i7 16 gigs of RAM. I don't think I can upload a performance test on Forza 5 on this Reddit. Well, okay, so he has an RTX 3050, which means that he's probably running 1080p. 16 gigs of RAM is pretty good, but if he's still running into this problem, and he has a performance loss. He doesn't say what kind of i7 you have. What kind of i7? Does it have integrated graphics? Let me see if that will make a difference though. Let me see. I figured. Okay, so all he's having is lag issues in game. What resolution are you playing at, and what settings are you using in game? Also, be sure your PC is plugged directly into your router. Just making sure that Wi-Fi isn't our problem here. Sometimes COD can actually slow you down, but it doesn't have anything to do with your performance. It mostly has something to do with your network connectivity. That can be a thing. So we just want to go ahead and let him know that. Alrighty, and we'll leave it at that. Hopefully he'll get back to us there. Whew, okay, I'm getting a little lightheaded, but I think I'll be all right. I think we can power through. We only got 2 more groups. Okay, so this is from Null Gnome. How do I stop Microsoft Edge from running in my background even after closing? I have already toggled the option off in the settings. I have 7 different Microsoft Edges running even if Microsoft Edge is closed, and they take about 100 I think he wants to say megabytes in total. I just don't see why they have to be running, so I usually close them by ending the task, but they occasionally return on their own. Well, what extensions do you have turned on them? Or what extensions do you have turned on them? If you disable all your extensions, does Internet Edge still come back online, or still launch? Does Internet Edge still launch unexpectedly? There we go. Or what extensions do you have turned on them? If you disable all your extensions, does the Internet Edge still launch unexpectedly? I mean, sure. I mean, most people say, you know, go ahead and try in private window, but trying in private window doesn't really prove anything. It just proves that more than likely it's going to be something with the program itself. But at the same time, it's hard to get a distinction between Internet Explorer Private and Internet Explorer Edge just looking at the task manager. I think it may show one might be private, but I really don't want to go down that well, actually, you know what? I do want to go down that rabbit hole because that's a very easy test. All I gotta do is open my task manager and look at Internet Explorer Edge, and I can find out real quick. So, give me 1 second here. Oh, this is why I didn't want to run it, because I thought it was gonna be super slow and mess everything up, and it totally did. Here, let me turn. Oh God, did I crash my computer? Oh no, Anthony, what have you done? Okay, I'm back. Hi, I'm breaking my computer if you haven't noticed. I tried to open Task Manager to help this person and it froze my whole computer. I thought I was going down, but it recovered. So I'm not doing that again. I was trying to go to Task Manager to see a private Internet Explorer, but you know what? I'm just gonna go with this because I don't want it to go away. How's it going, man? I have COVID, so I am super sick, and so this is not gonna last super long, but I'm trying to make it, man. I am trying to make it. I was cool like yesterday, and then all of a sudden, man, you got that cough that won't go away, feel like something in your throat, and it's like, crap, I already know what this is gonna be. I done had 88 Alka-Seltzers, and I still am sick. Okay. All right, let's do this. Who's next? Okay, yeah, we already helped him, kinda. We'll see exactly what he says about this whole Microsoft Edge thing running in the background. More than likely, there's something associated with Microsoft Edge that is running that is causing it to launch. But in order for us to know that, we would need to know what happens when he turns off all of his extensions, you know, and then kind of go from there. Yes, of course I want to hear a joke, bro. Have you met me? All I do is laugh. Okay, group 3. I'll work this issue and you tell me the joke and we'll see how that goes. The Shattering Spider. Oh, an email issue. Okay, I'm up now. You had me at email. Found an email I didn't send. Okay. I was just checking my email and I saw something I didn't send yesterday, but it's from my email. It says unsubscribe. Do not delete random string of characters. Do not delete sent to an email with another random string of characters as the email. Any idea? My Google account doesn't share any services with anything. I don't personally approve. I checked on it often to make sure I didn't remove anything. It did seem sketchy. Random string of characters. Do not delete. Send to an email with another random string of characters as the email. Okay. Why did Donald Duck go to jail? I don't know. I know everything about Donald Duck though, but my mind is failing me, man. I don't know. It's gonna be something. I don't know. Everything that I think of is gonna be a dad joke, so just tell me the answer, unless you want to hear some corny stuff. His bill wasn't paid. It's gonna be something stupid. I can't think of anything but dad jokes. Something about him not paying his bill. I don't know. Who's his girlfriend? Daisy? Daisy Duck? I don't know. Daisy Duck told somebody off. I have no idea. Any idea? My Google account doesn't share any services with anything and I don't personally approve of. Getting a random string of characters, do not delete. Yeah, I give on the question because I can't think of a reason. He had a quack. Wow. Yeah, I knew it was gonna be a dad joke, but I didn't go that dad. You went father. I was going dad joke. You went all the way in. You went past baby daddy directly to father joke. I'm not at that level, bro. I'm at baby daddy / dad joke, bro. You went father joke. Any idea? Yeah, no, I 100% get it. That 100%. Let's see. Yeah. Yes, as in CR. Okay, yeah, I totally get it now. Okay, so do not delete random string of characters. Do not delete. Sent an email to another random string of characters as the email. More than likely, this may be, it was in his, I saw something I didn't send yesterday, but it's from my email. It's from his email. This is more than likely, this may be something, well, we'll say it like this. Have you set up Outlook on a computer recently, a computer, and linked your, what kind of account is this? Is this Gmail account to it? Sounds like someone may have sent an email using your login. I would make sure, we'll go ahead and tell them to check for malware just to be on the safe side. I will make sure to check for malware using malware bytes and scanning the C drive, as well as disabling any applications that know your email. Yeah, it's a little iffy. If he sees it in his outbox like he sent it, then that's gonna be a little different. If he sees it like he sent it, then it makes me think that maybe he is using his email on a program like Outlook, for example, and maybe that's what actually sent the email. For it to say something like that, it's not random characters, which means that he didn't butt dial email himself. It's going to be something else. So because of that, we're going to play it safe. We're going to check his computer for malware, as well as disabling any applications that may actually have his email information, because of course in Outlook you can add Gmail as an account. So we'll go that way with it. Okay, yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, I'm not going to go too much further on that one because we really need to know exactly what happens after that. Give me 1 second. My nose is trying to rebel against the machine. Okay, please help. Series S keeps disconnecting from the internet. Okay, cool. It appears that my homie here was not able to get somebody to help him the first time around, so we'll help him this time. Hey, so the past 3 nights, my Series S keeps disconnecting from the internet at night. The first 2 were about 1 a.m. and tonight it shut off at 12 a.m. It's back online by the time I wake up, but I've restarted my router and this hasn't fixed it. I've checked my settings and restarted the Xbox, unplugged it, moved it, etc., and it still shuts off at night. I checked my brother's Series S and his is online. Does anyone know how to fix this? Yeah. A few questions. Is your Xbox wired or wireless? If it's wireless, connect it directly to the router to see if it makes a difference. Also, what power options do you have set in the settings, as the network card may be going to sleep? This is going to be in your settings. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Settings. It's something settings and power options. Settings, system, power options, something along those lines. But let me go ahead and pull up an Xbox so we can actually, so I can show it. So if we're talking about, I think it's settings and, oh yeah, I was right. Settings, power options. We're talking about shutdown versus sleep. And one uses 10 to 15 watts and one uses only 0.5 watts. And the one that says shutdown energy saving, I'm thinking that may be what's disabling him. Just make sure that he doesn't have it set to shutdown energy saving. Shutdown settings, power options, make sure shutdown energy savings is not selected. I would imagine the Series S will also have the exact same thing. Generally, the Xboxes tend to have the same operating system. I don't have the older versions, nor have I ever had the older versions, because Xbox is one of those companies that doesn't like to have exclusives. All their exclusives can be put on the PC. Therefore, I have no reason to buy an Xbox unless I'm trying to help people. So I don't know what you want from me, but I'll keep it just so we can help people. But yeah, I don't have any of the older Xboxes. I had an Xbox since like the 360, and that was only because Halo back in the day, Halo 3 and Halo 3 ODST wasn't on PC until later on. It wasn't on PC originally. So because of that, I did have an Xbox. But once, all those games started to come to PC, I never looked back. Ever. So as long as they keep doing that, it's going to be real hard for them to be making people buy Xboxes. And now they got portable consoles that are the same power as Xboxes these days. So now there's really no point. So, oh, that's pretty. So my first SFF build is 3.8 liters. And he only has one picture. That's probably the biggest travesty. I was going to switch to the main screen, but there's no point when you only have one picture. He doesn't even show what kind of graphics card it is. I mean, what am I supposed to do with this? I mean, okay, but I mean, bro, we need like 80 pictures. How are we supposed to know how cool you are if you have no pictures? Come on now, get it together. What am I supposed to do with that? Next person. Okay, so just got a PS5 from my friends. What current gen only games do you recommend me playing? PS4 games are good too for me, but between between Plus Collection and some games I already have, I really want to try next gen games. Okay, just got a PS5 from my friends. What current gen only games do you recommend me playing? Demon Souls, Jack and Daxter, Tear Between Times or Rift Between Times, something like that. And yeah, those are main two, really. Demon Souls, Jack and Daxter, Jack and Daxter, something like that. Daxter. I've never played the game, but I heard it looks amazing on the PS5. So we'll go with that. Demon Souls, Jack and Daxter. There was another one. It's like the PlayStation 5 demo game and the PS5 demo game. I would say those three are very, very pretty. Ratchet and Clank, yeah. Why did I say Jack and Daxter? Wow, Anthony. Tell everybody how old you are. Ratchet and Clank, yes. Ratchet and Clank. I'm so sorry. I said Jack and Daxter. Jesus Christ. When's the last time there was a Jack and Daxter game? Hold up. Newest Jack and Daxter game. Okay. Okay, so yeah, it's been a while. It's the last one was like in 2021. So yeah, it's been a minute. Wow. Tell everybody how old you are without telling everybody how old you are. Okay, yeah. No, it's Ratchet and Clank. I'm so sorry. Okay, yeah. Next one. Hunter Ace. No character sound. I'm trying to watch Ruby Volume 5. Ruby has a Volume 5? I think Ruby's on like Volume 7, isn't it? Ruby. Let me just go Ruby. Why would I type in Ruby when it's on Rooster Teeth? Well, yeah, we'll just do Rooster Teeth. Is Volume 9 out yet? It's taken so long for the new series to come out. I've literally lost track. Let's see where they are. Okay, yeah, no, I've already seen this one because I'm not gonna start telling the story. No, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I've already seen it. I was wondering if they had the new episodes yet, but it appears that they don't. So he's on season 5, man. Season 5 is like super old. Because they haven't had a new season in like 3 years. Let's see. Let's go back here. Okay, I'm trying to watch Ruby Volume 5 and I'm getting no sound on the characters. Help. On the Xbox One. Okay. And do you have sound on anything else? How are you watching it? On YouTube or Internet Edge? Those of you who aren't aware, some of the original episodes of Ruby Volume 5 may actually be on YouTube. So I just want to see what application he's trying to use, and also see if he has any problems with anything else as far as sound is concerned. But yeah, we need a little bit more information for us to help you, bro. But yeah, Ruby Volume 5, that's I'm thinking he's talking about the series. Now Ruby does have a video game, but he didn't mention that, so we're not going to go with it, but we'll see what he says on that. Okay, let's do group 4 here. So these are there's some philosophical questions in here. I was trying to make it a little different because I was like, man, I'm a little bit too sick to be trying to answer as many tech questions as we normally do on a daily basis. So I was like, let me just ask some just regular life questions in here. All right, so first up we have, so are you taking the day off from work, school to play Tears of a Kingdom? What's your plan? I'm a 39-year-old guy, a fully functional adult with a job, a family, responsibilities, and I think I'm entitled to an entire full long weekend to play Tears of the Kingdom. I feel you. I already talked to my wife and explained her the situation about the long-awaited sequel of one of the best games ever made. She didn't fully understand my hype, but she thought it was cute and agreed that I should take the day off to play the game. Okay. I'm not even, bro. And agreed that I should take the day off. I mean, why did you ask? I mean, okay, whatever. So I'm ready. Wife is going to be working. Daughter is going to be at school. I'm waking up early this Friday. We'll take a shower, get a small breakfast, and then start playing. I will order a pizza for lunch and we'll wait for my family to come off to have dinner with them. What's your plan? I'm just gonna press start. Just gonna press the play button, and when I stop, I will recover rebuild. Oh no, what's the best way to say that? Is that and when I return, I will fix everything I destroyed. And when I return, I will get a new job. Get a new job. LOL. Yeah, no. So when it comes to Tears of the Kingdom, or just any game in general, so there are certain games that I actually do take days off for, but it's only 3. So it has been God of War, it has been God of War, Breath of the Wild, and I want to say Final Fantasy, but I don't think it was Final Fantasy. Which game was it that I've taken days off for? Okay, back in the day, I used to take days off for Call of Duty, but I don't do that anymore because, Call of Duty, regardless of what happens, it's Call of Duty, so I don't do that as much. But what was the third game? It had to have been Final Fantasy. Yes, I guess it would be Final Fantasy. So, okay, when I say Final Fantasy, you definitely want to throw in Dragon Quest, Dragon Age. Okay, Dragon Age and Dragon Quest. Dragon Age at a long time ago, but Dragon Quest. I would do a Dragon Quest or a Final Fantasy or a Breath of the Wild or a From Software game. That's what I was thinking of, From Software game. Any From Software game, I'll take the day off for. Always. Take the day off plus another day because I know I'm going to die like 800 times. So those games I do take days off for. And I don't really care. Like, it's going to happen because, like, okay, when it comes to From Software games, it's very hard to pull away from them because you want to beat one particular boss. If it's Breath of the Wild, it's hard to pull away because it's like nice and peaceful, and you play, you kind of get lost into the game. So it for different reasons. But I definitely did that. Like Breath of the Wild, when it came out, I sat there and I played that game for an entire week straight, and then I went back to work. So I definitely feel for you. I know exactly what you're going to do. I'm going to do the exact same thing. I usually just take off from work whenever that happens. So I think I'm already off from work whenever it happens, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I do the exact same thing, bro. You are not alone for sure. All right, let's go ahead and go to the next one here. Alrighty, this is from Difficult Cup. Switch off. Okay, Difficult Cup says connection between front-facing USB cable plus case ripped. Help. Okay, well, I mean, because you said help, now I have to help. I replaced the hard disk drive on my Xbox One X with an SSD. Everything went great, except when I lifted the lid off, despite being extremely careful, the thin black sideways facing flat ribbon style cable that I think connects to the front facing USB port seems to have ripped off a pin beneath it. All the guides online depicted a little black kind of module connector beneath the cable. Mine didn't have that. It was more or less glued or soldered directly to the pins. As a result, when it tore, it clearly did some damage. I managed to push the pins down again, but it still looks kind of ugly, and one pin is particularly looks like it could be damaged. Fortunately, the rear USB ports do still work, so I was able to run the offline update and get my SSD up and running. Can anyone tell me if there are any risks to just trying this port and seeing if it still works? I can live with losing one USB port, but I feel super bad if it's working great and I go and plug in a USB stick and it somehow fries the motherboard or something. Well, it either works or it doesn't. So I doubt you will fry your motherboard, because you gotta look at it like this. If the power is shorted, then it's over. It's not gonna do anything, you know. So if there's no power and it's just data, it's over, you know. Or if there's power with no data, it'll just, you know, light up or something, but it won't actually pass any data. So you can't really hurt anything more than what you've already done. So yeah, you should be fine. Well, it either works or it doesn't. So I doubt it will fry your motherboard. You can try it and see how it goes, but if it's not under warranty, I would just leave it alone, as you have nothing to lose. He has nothing to lose because he has more than one USB port. So we'll go with that. So, and he knows that the USB ports on the back work, so there's no real point in trying unless he really just wants to know if it works or not. So because of that, we'll just leave it at that, and you just go from there. So yeah, we'll go with that. Difficult Cup. Keep us posted, good sir. Let's go to the next one here. Keep telling myself no more. Help me stop upgrading the rig. I don't know the answer to that, but I do have a story. Okay, that was weird. Okay, let's try to refresh and see if we can get the video to play. Ooh, isn't that pretty? With 4 sticks? He crazy. Okay, so first things first, there's no way he's running 4 sticks at DDR5 6000. That's impossible. First off, there is no way you are running DDR5 6000 4 sticks on a 7950X3D without it nerfing the megahertz to like 600 LOL. do you really hit 6,000 megahertz on 4 sticks? That's impossible. I really don't think that's happening. I don't care what firmware version he's on. I just don't think that this is possible. Like I've had this before, and I couldn't run 4 sticks simply because whenever you run the so for those of you who aren't aware, the 7900 series, whenever you try to run 4 sticks, it nerfs the speed horribly, and it is not an AMD thing. Intel does this as well. It's not very reliable when it comes to 4 sticks. It's just that AMD does it on a way higher level. It'll take you all the way down to DDR4 speeds. Like it'll go like 3200 or 3600. So I mean, it will completely nerf you. So the fact that he has 4 sticks and he's still able to run DDR5 6000 is almost impossible. I get that he has that 7950X 3D, but I don't care what he has. If he's running Ryzen 9 7950 7900, any of those X or X3D, there is no way in blue hell he's getting DDR5 6000 for 4 sticks. Like it's not happening. And if it is happening, I need to know why, because I want to get the same thing. I just don't see it happening, bro. Especially with the Crosshair X670E, bro. Like I just don't see it happening. But to answer his question, back to story time. So okay, here's my idea and my take on this. So I'm not the only person that runs into this, but when it comes to hobbies that are expensive, it is very hard to stop yourself from upgrading computer components. I used to do this all the time, but the way I've always looked at upgrading things that I enjoy, like computer components, tech, and video games, like you see all these consoles and stuff like that, I turn it into something that makes me income. So then I don't feel bad about it because I look at it as putting money towards a business. Sorry about that. That is my colleagues at work. Okay, just making sure that that's okay. But that's always how I looked at it. Like, for example, graphics cards. I always updated my graphics cards, and then I started doing mining, right? And so that's what I would do in order to make my money back on the graphics cards that I purchased, okay? My electric bill was super high, so I started mining so that it can pay for my electric bill and the graphics cards that I bought. Or if I have like computers that I always keep upgrading over and over and over again, I tell myself that I will wait for it to fail before I buy a new one, and that will stop me. Or I come up with a reason, like if I want to donate to charity, or if I want to, start a YouTube channel or something like that. So I always put a reason behind something. That way it stops me from trying to do needless upgrades. Like for example, if you have an RTX 4080 and you want to upgrade to a 4090, like I would do something to stop me from doing that. Like I would be like, okay, well, I already have a 4080 unless I'm trying to travel, and then I get a 4090. You see what I'm saying? So I would try to stop myself by creating different concepts in my head that would stop me from making bad mistakes. So that's the way I've always looked at it, and that has stopped me from upgrading, or I turn it into a business so that it doesn't cost me anything. So I've always looked at, at the end of the day, things not costing me something, and that's kind of how I've always gone about it. But his case looks a lot like mine. I think you guys can see it now, like straight up see it. Let me see. You can see it. That. Yeah. So yeah, I have a very similar setup. As you can see there, that is a monitor that's right here that is actually showing the actual live stream, and it's actually in portrait mode and recording in portrait mode. That way I can actually just take this video feed from our channel and then just turn it into shorts, like a bunch of different shorts, by just doing straight cut and paste. So I'm trying to save myself some time to make it easier for me to make videos in the future. So just trying to be as efficient as possible so that when we start streaming to things like TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that, we can. Okay, but back to his question. Yeah, that's how I stop. I just turn it into a business. Either turn it into a business model, aka become a streamer or YouTuber. That way the expenses can be used as a deduction on your taxes. However, you know, of course, it won't be more than a standard deduction, but standard deduction is the same thing depending on which country you live in. So he may not have a standardized deduction. So you may have to do itemized deductions, but I'm not a tax expert. I want to just say that, but that's essentially where I'm talking about there. So yeah, if you turn it into a business, then you don't have to pay for it because you can actually use it as a deduction on your taxes is what I'm trying to get at. So that helps a lot, and it makes it so that you don't want to spend too much money on your computer components because, you know, because it's hitting you. Like, it'd be one thing if it creates a business. Like, for example, when I was mining, that created a business. So me buying extra graphics card didn't really hurt me because I make my money back, or to a point where I get close to making my money back. So the money that I spent was negligible. That's kind of where you want to get to. That allows you to buy more components without it hitting your true pocketbook. I would say the same thing for real estate, by the way. Alrighty, let's go to the next one here. Oh, this is a nice one. So this is another one of those kind of life questions. How has your life changed between Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, or wherever the new one is? Back in 2018, life dealt me a crushing blow when we lost our only child. Jesus Christ. I did not know. I'm sorry, I did not read this. This is sad. Everything went downhill. I lost my job, and both my wife and I sank into deep depression, drifting away from our extended family. Out of the blue, I stumbled on Breath of the Wild and decided to give it a shot. Little did I know that this game would become my lifeline, helping me find solace in exploration and the joy of discovery. Connecting with the story's sadness offered a way to make sense of my own grief. Even now, hearing the background music can take me back to those heart-wrenching days in 2018. Jesus, man. I never expected the game would be the catalyst in bringing me and my wife out from the void. Fast forward to 2023, and life has gifted us a delightful 3-year-old boy who's absolutely smitten with watching me play Mario Odyssey every morning. He gets adorably grumpy when I have to leave for work because it means our playtime is over. I've been hyping him up about the new Tears of the Kingdom, whatever game, showing him the teaser trailers and posters. We're both counting down the days until Tears of the Kingdom comes out. I'm just glad it's helping him learn his numbers too. Personally, I'm looking forward to playing this game at a different stage in my life. Breath of the Wild in profound sadness and Tears of the Kingdom in absolute happiness. It's incredible how much a life can change in 5 years. That's true. So let's hear it from you guys. How has your life changed between Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom? I love to hear your stories. There is no way, bro. Ain't nobody going behind that. That's like Jay-Z. Like, what am I supposed to say to that? Like, this man's had a whole life. Like, you had a whole life between those two games. It doesn't matter what I say. It's not even going to hold a candle to what you just went through. Jesus Christ. Like, what am I supposed to say to that? I mean, I'm not going after that. Man, I'm not going after that story. Happy for you, bro. But your story is Jay-Z. Jay-Z. I just learned your story is like going after Jay-Z. I just learned how to rap 3 days ago. Like, there's no way, bro. I'm not going after that. I'll tell you guys though. Okay, so let me think about what happened, right? All right, so minus the COVID. Breath of the Wild. Okay. So Breath of the Wild is actually the only game that I bought the complete edition for. So it's like a little box set that came with it. I used to have the box set on my desk because it was so cool, because I had the box set plus I think the box set, it came with 2 of the characters that you put on the Switch that gives you like little stupid items that don't mean anything to the game. But I just loved it. I liked the map that came with it. I loved the characters that came with it, and I loved the game. And I loved the case, the case that came with it. I still have it. And it was, I think I still have it. Last time I checked, it was at my office, but I left the box there, but I went home to play the game. Where I was then, I don't know. I don't think I was in a bad place. I was in more of a workplace. If y'all don't, those of you who don't really know me, like a lot of things that I do, and the reason why like I'm good at tech and stuff like that is that I am a aggressive studier. Like I will spend my entire life studying and never apply any of it. Like to the point where I'm doing this kind of stuff. This is what makes me reteach the things that I've learned along the way. But me personally, like I will, like if people leave me to my own devices, all I'll do is sit around and study. I'll study real estate, I'll study tech, I'll study networking, I'll just study. I just naturally study. I always want to learn something. So it's hard to get out of that loop. And that's where I was when Breath of the Wild came out. All I did was study. At the time, I was studying for my CCNP. I let it lapse, and then I had to go back and redo it. So I was studying for my security certification. So yeah, me personally, where I was in Breath of the Wild, it was a good place, but it was a place of studying. It's not like what it is now, where I'm actually, you know, able to apply some of the things that I learned. So I do appreciate it. Like when I look back on where I was 5 years from now, I am happy of the progress that I've made, because 5 years from now, I was still making videos like once every like 3 months and stuff like that. Now we make videos darn near like every day, like 4 times a day we make live streams. I just have to convert it into actual videos and doing things that will help. But overall, I just think that I'm kind of in a better place, because now it's a little bit easier for me to work. It's a little bit easier for me to like teach and actually apply the things that I've learned. And I think that progress over a span of 5 years is invaluable, because you always just kind of want to make small steps towards whatever goal that you currently have set. So yeah, I mean, it's not going to be what this man has gone through. This man has gone through a lot. So, you know, I appreciate him sharing his story, but yeah, that's what happened with me. But I'm not about to sit here and post mine after he posts that. Like, oh my God, I'm happy everything is working out for you, bro. So, you know, I'm not about to go after that. No. I remember they were talking about Ja Rule, and there was like, it was some rapper talking about him going after Ja Rule, and Ja Rule had like he came out there and he had the whole place just livid, like he was just yelling and screaming, and everybody was just crunk, and it was so loud. And then the other person was supposed to go behind him, and he just walked off the stage. He was like, I'm not about to go after that. Like, this is crazy. Like, this is absolutely stupid. So I get it. It's very hard to go after something like that. Like, I'm not trying to put focus on myself. I'm just making jokes. But yeah, man, that's a crazy story, man. I'm happy for you that you are in a better place now, for sure. Okay, and last question of the day. Sorry, it's gonna be a little bit early here. I have to recover. This COVID is tearing me up. Okay, to be fair, throughout this video, I have gotten better, so that is something that is positive. But yeah, we're getting there. We'll do this. We'll do a lightning round. And for those of you who aren't aware, by lightning rounds, basically I just refresh my screen and pick the first 5 cases, because we're that good. This is a PlayStation question. What's better, a PS5 or a good PC? I was wondering what I should choose. I have no problem about money. I just want the best option. Well, the best option is both. Let's let them know the best option is both, LOL. I mean, and it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, when we look at our PS5, we use this guy all the time. And, you know, and of course, the reason why the PS5 is, you know, it's kind of hard to compare a PS5 to a PC, because PS5 has exclusives, you know, and as long as you have exclusives, it's always going to be really good. Like, for example, Demon's Souls. There was no way to play Demon's Souls on the PC except if you were playing like the older version. I think the older version is on PC. I have no idea, but it doesn't matter because I played it on PS5. So, you know, for the PS5 exclusives, I think that really, like, okay, Bloodborne. That game right there was the reason most people bought PS4s in the first place. You know, okay, minus the people who play the Nathan Drake series, but really Bloodborne made me buy a PS4. Now, I also bought the PS4 God of War edition because God of War was also coming out, but yeah, Bloodborne. So From Software games and like those kind of games that are exclusive to the PlayStation is what made me buy PlayStation products. Demon's Souls is what made me buy the PS5. So I can't compare those. Now, if you said Xbox versus PC, oh, I got you, bro. I would go PC all day long and twice on Sunday, because the PC has better graphics than the Xbox, and I'm a graphics snob. Oh, I wouldn't say snob. I would say a different word, but I'm a graphics savant. I'm really into graphics. I don't know why. I just really like them. So, but yeah, to answer your question, PS5 or a good PC? Well, it depends. Like, if we're just talking about like you have to choose one and we can't go away from it, I would say a good PC, because a good PC will give you access to more games than a PlayStation 5 would. And a good PC, depending on what you get, can travel, and you can use it for work, you can use it for school, you can use it for so many different things. So it's kind of multifaceted. So I would probably go with the PC on that one. I'm switching off because I don't want anybody to see my nose. It's been a problem. I'm sorry. I can't help it. COVID is COVID. But yeah, I would generally go with a PC because it's just more versatile. So yeah, for versatility wise, then I would say go with a PC. But if we're talking about like if you're trying to play, you know, Demon Souls, then yeah, PS5. But yeah, that's the way I look at it. But yeah, we'll do a lightning round. Let me fix myself real quick here. Okay, lightning round. Let's do this. Alrighty, so we're just gonna take a spin of the wheel and we're gonna grab the first 5 cases. See what happens. Okay, hopefully my internet doesn't die on me. I think I'm good though. Okay, maybe not. Okay, those are not questions. Okay, what is this? I don't even know what this is. What? Okay, these are all ads. Okay, first off, these are all ads. Let me go down to... Oh my goodness. This is so annoying. Okay. Are we on ads anymore? No, we're not. Okay, cool. 1. Oh, no, we're on PC Master Race. I can't do it that way. Wow, this is really confusing. Okay, 2. Internet is beautiful. Okay, that's obviously an ad. 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right, rapid fire. Let's do this. Completed my near end game battle station. Okay. I mean, is this? Are you at work? Plan to upgrade my birthday late summer. Are you at work? LOL. Don't let your boss see this setup. I mean, okay, to be fair, he's not the first person to put a computer case on a file cabinet. I've done that before too, for sure. I used to have like this big five slot file cabinet that I got at like a garage sale, and that thing was so freaking heavy. Oh my god, it was so hard to get rid of because it was just too heavy to try to take out by yourself. And I've been big, even back then I was big, and I still couldn't do it. And so yeah, it's file cabinets are super heavy. I can't stand it. They're too metal. But I mean, his build is kind of sweet. Congrats to him. I mean, nice build though. He has a 3080 Ti with a 5950X and then a 34-inch monitor. I like it. Nice build though. I like whatever this little thing is towards the bottom, whatever he's stepping on. That's pretty sweet. All right, let's go ahead and go to the next one here. Bundle of Holding offering the Honorable Collection. I don't know what this is. Bundle of Holding is offering the Honorable Collection featuring Honor plus Intrigue and a few supplements. If you've been... Okay, this is an ad? I don't know what this is. Okay, we're gonna skip this one because this sounds like an ad and I sound like I'm reading an ad and nobody's paying me, so I'm not reading it. Any idea what to expect here? Toilet artist. Oh no, that's exactly what he wants to say. Well, no, I don't know what to say. If it says toilet artist, I'm not going in that direction. Toilet. I mean, is he talking about like toiletries? Like he's talking about like toiletries, like fragrances? Fragrances? But how do you become an artist at it? Maybe there is a person. I don't know. I can't think of a funny joke that isn't a dad joke. I'll just go after what everybody else said. Hopefully not a Jackson Pollock, a proper blank show. Brown spots on wall by Who Flung Poo. Okay, that one's good. Oh yeah, that would be jacked up. All right. Brown spots on wall by Who Flung Poo. Wow. Thank you, kind Netherlander. Probably a Piero Mazzoni thing. You mean Fecal Jack? Fecal Jack. Oh my goodness. That's actually pretty good. Okay. Okay, I'll just take my L on this one because I can't think of anything good, but that was actually pretty funny. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the next one here. For those who like talking about games as much as playing them, I do like talking about games as much as playing them. Oh my God, I'm sorry. That's like a whole Bible. Oh, that's a good one. How much RPG is too much RPG? My friends and I are working on a game and we got into a debate on when RPG becomes overbearing. I personally enjoy when RPG elements are added just for fun. So in other words, Mass Effect. I'm just answering his question, even though he didn't put it on there. I like when players can upgrade unimpactful traits that aren't related to combat or main campaign. I think it's fun when you can work on fishing or tailoring random clothes. Vanilla WoW had a lot of this, and some older RPGs were full of it as well, but I'm seeing this less and less, and I'm not convinced it's because of a lack of interest. To be direct, when do you guys tend to think RPG elements tend to interrupt the experience of a game? That's a darn good question. And me, I am an RPG addict, even though there are some RPGs that I haven't played just because I haven't had the time. But okay, the way I look at RPGs, okay, we'll say it like this. What's the name of that game? My favorite. We'll go from what my favorite is, so you guys can get an idea of what I'm thinking of. Is Guild Wars. So Guild Wars 2 is the game that I kind of stay away from because it may be too addicting, as well as Final Fantasy: A Realm Reborn. So those two games are games that are 100% me. That is who I am. That is up my alley to a T. I stay away from them because I know it'll eat too much time. So games that are RPGs that get to a point where they take too much time are games I don't like, because I have stuff to do. I'm old. I have a job. I have a career. I'm trying to buy property and help people. And we got YouTube channels. And I'm trying to make videos. I got too much going on, man. I can't just be sitting here playing an RPG for 400 hours. It's not happening. Legend of Zelda, I think, is probably going to be my limit when it comes to maximums. But if games are like more than like 80 hours, it's hard for me to get into it because I know what kind of a commitment that is. I would say Dragon Quest was too long, because if anybody who's ever played Dragon Quest 8 knows that it's not just over when you beat the game. You have to beat the game twice, essentially. You have to beat the game, and then you have to beat the extended game to actually get the true ending. So those kind of games that take super long are kind of going to be my stopping point, even though, to be fair, Dragon Quest 8 is probably one of the best games that are ever created in the history of video games. But at this stage, it's hard for me to get into it. Like, for example, I haven't played, what's that game on PS5? What is it called? Oh God. It's the one with the guy with the mask. And now I got to switch to PS5 to find out. PS5, and let me grab my PS5 controller real quick, or just hit A. What is that name of that game? The guy with the mask, man. I don't even have it here no more. Oh, it has the music goes ding, 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 ding. Oh goodness gracious, I can't even remember the name of it. Oh God, what's the name of that game? Hold on, we're gonna find it as soon as I grab a controller. Okay, let me see here. I know the name of this game. Oh God, you know what? I'm not even about to hunt it down. No, it's not Dead Island. It's it's in my my games. PlayStation Plus Essentials, no. Media, no. Games, PlayStation Store. Oh, I can't remember. Whatever. But there are certain RPGs that are really, really long that I just don't get a chance to play. And that's where I think is my stopping point. Whenever a game starts to get so long where you actually have to think about it, it's like, okay, yeah, I really want to play it, but I really just don't have 100 hours right now. That's when I have to stop playing the game, because it's too long. It's too big of a commitment. So it's based on time, really. Okay, so I'll say it like this. So it's based on time, really. If a game is so long, you have to factor in life to play it. It's a no-go for me. So I'd say more than 80 plus hours, I generally tend to avoid. Yeah, once it gets over 80 hours, man, I'm kind of done. I'm kind of ready to check out. It's just a little bit too much. God of War, I think I played that one around 60 hours. That's kind of that was okay, to be fair, even if that game was 100 hours, I probably still would have played it. But if it's a really popular game, I'll still play it just because I want to have that experience. But if we're talking about like a true RPG that takes more than 80 hours, I can't do it. Time is it takes way too long. Okay, and the last one here. Oh, this was not a topic. We'll just do this one here. No, we're not gonna do that because that's not even a question. Let's see, what is flashing websites that move really fast, blah blah blah. Oh, here we go. Can websites see your bookmarks? Specifically in Firefox, should I keep my bookmarks handy on the notepad instead? Serious question. No, they can't really see your bookmarks. No, they can't really see bookmarks, but they may be able to get your history depending on where you go and what you allow. Yeah, they can get your history, but they're not necessarily bookmarks like it's looking for your bookmarks, but it can get your history and places that you've gone before and use that as cookies on the actual site. Like, for example, if you had gone to Amazon and tried to order a product, but it was too expensive and you decided not to order it, well, you may go to a website and it may have that exact same product there for you to buy on a different website that's cheaper. You see what I'm saying? So there's possibilities that it can do something like that, but yeah, it's not going to try to get your bookmarks. Okay, and we made it. That rapid fire was really weird because all it really was a bunch of ads, but we'll go ahead and take it as a W. Alrighty, we'll go ahead and stop it for today. I made it. I don't know how, but yeah, hopefully I'll be okay by tomorrow. It usually, like these new COVIDs, man, they don't last as long as the older ones where you're kind of sick for a week. So we'll see how it goes. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope everybody had a good time. And if you like this video, go to like button. If you really like it, go to subscribe. I love you either way. Take care. All the best. And bye. I will see you tomorrow, hopefully, unless my nose won't stop running. Peace.